It's Saturday the 12th of December, the first day of Dakar Fashion Week, now in its 18th year. In front of the city's main train station, a minibus is waiting to take the models to the event site, 60 kilometres out of town. But there's a global pandemic, and everything's a little harder than usual.
The Pullman Hotel cancelled the event that was meant to happen tomorrow because of COVID restrictions. So everything that was supposed to be spread out over 2 days has to happen on just one day.
Just a few hours before it opens, everything has to be rethought.
The team has to be brought up to date and to make do with the elements we have so that everything goes as smoothly as possible.
The original plan consisted of 2 days. The first, when 12 designers would present their collections out in nature, and the second, when 9 others would reveal their work at a hotel in the city. But newly announced sanitary measures threw that plan wide open. An hour out of the city and we arrive at the Bandia Reserve, an ancient forest of baobab trees. It's a site of huge symbolic importance, but years of intensive farming have left their mark, while plans for a new cement works risk further damaging this fragile ecosystem. It's a perfect setting for a collection inspired by the importance of nature from the Congo-Senegalese designer Adama, who's also the founder of the event.
This has been a really hard year for everyone. Luckily, I had a backup plan. I had the idea of getting away from the city and coming out to the middle of nowhere, to this baobab forest. The idea was really to remain respectful of nature and to show that we can put on a show in the middle of nowhere with only the strict minimum.
It's 18 years ago now that you decided to set up a fashion week. What was your original motivation?
Because I loved fashion, because I was a young designer who was just starting out, because this is my country, and I had just come back from France where there are many fashion weeks, and I thought, why not set up one here? Because I thought fashion was brilliant.
Fashion is an economic project, an aesthetic project, and a political project. You also fight for equality between the sexes.
Completely. It's about equality, ecology, sustainability, for artistry and for art. The West taught us, once a French colony, to model ourselves on Western ways of doing things. But now we need to find a good balance between what we are and what the rest of the world is. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's why you'll see traditional boo-boos, why we're holding this show, full of modern dresses amongst these baobab trees. That's why I'm bringing all these marvelous women, these well-known actresses out here. I like to believe in the idea that we're able to really show that things can be different, but still beautiful.
For the first Dakar Fashion Week in the early 2000s, Fatou Jupiter Touré was still very young. She first became an actress, then a director, and today she's proud to walk in Adama's footsteps.
I need to overcome certain stereotypes that persist about my generation of young people. People don't always have faith in us. They haven't yet seen what we're capable of. Adama and other young women show us the way forward. They give us courage.
This year, Adama gave the designers a challenge to showcase African cultures in a context of eco-responsibility. Franco-Senegalese designer Rama Diop creates urban fashion with an international twist.
This year I chose to work with scarves in all their guises. So scarves from all around the world. There's the keffieh, the Mauritanian scarf, and there are actually a lot of different types of shawls here in Africa, lots of woven fabrics. My aim this year was to mix all those influences to create a collection that's both glamorous and eco-responsible.
Conceição Carvalho is from Guinea-Bissau. She used natural products, including vegetables, to help create her fluid designs.
I worked exclusively with what I can find in my country. In Guinea-Bissau, it's all about the weaving, and the dyes, the batik we do, that color comes from green beans, from Bissap. We used everything available to us to dye our fabrics, our cotton. I worked really hard to stick to the brief. I think it's great.
Once the logistics have been solved and the 2 days events have been rolled into one, Adama kicks off proceedings. The first collection up is a riot of silk adorned with Mauritanian embroidery. Dakar-based Moroccan designer Ghada Lamgari has dedicated her collection to the world's oceans, while Rama Jour finds inspiration in the ravages of global warming, the impact of which is already plain to see in her home city of Saint-Louis in northern Senegal. And for Moussa Dia and his label Versailles, it's all about glamour. The New York-based Dakar native has dressed the likes of the Kardashians and Beyoncé.
Did you like it?
I thought it was wonderful.
There were moments of real magic, the light, the music, so many artists with so much to offer. It was marvelous. All those beautiful models, it was great.
Thanks to the pandemic, this year's Dakar Fashion Week couldn't end with the customary celebrations, meaning that imposing baobab tree was sure to leave a lasting impression.
Sit back and enjoy your program with Air France Protect, promising you a pleasant trip with total peace of mind.